So, yo, what's up, good people? The boys from Fights and Geeks. So, back again with another dope episode for y'all. As per usual, I'm Izzy.
I'm Real.
And we're continuing with our MCU recap series. This time around, we're talking about Thor, Love and Blunder. Love and Thunder. And yeah, if that doesn't say it, then we'll say it explicitly. Man, this movie, sheesh. Look, there are times you enjoy a movie, you watch it again later on, you're like, didn't really hold up. Times where you didn't really enjoy it, and you're like, oh, I underestimated this.
Thor Ragnarok.
Yes, exactly. This one, however, I'm just like, for me, actually, not even that it like necessarily sucks or whatever, it's frustrating.
For me, it got worse. I thought I had a decent opinion of this movie. And then, no, I don't have a decent opinion of it now.
Yeah. No, my summation and takeaway is that it sucks because I'm like, it's frustrating. Sorry, is what I meant to say, because there's so many great elements already there to exploit and explore, and then they just decided, man, My theory as far as how this came about, and the irony is that Chris Hemsworth has been out there basically blaming himself. He's like, man, I think I took it a little too far. I got a little too relaxed and complacent, and was making too many jokes and improvising too much. And it's like,
possibly.
There was even look. That's one thing, but
I think he had a lot more control.
But the thing is,
I think that may have affected the movie.
At the end of the day, right, which is also what someone said, because there's a screenshot of that comment and a reply in there. Someone was like, but you're not the director at the end of the day. So the actor can do what the actor does. There's still that person that has to step in and say,
provide the direction.
Exactly. Which is where, as far as I'm concerned, the source of all of this stems from. So not that he's completely innocent per se, but at the end of the day, the director is meant to then step in and say, but unfortunately, it's the director's vision that led us, in this direction. And I realized that with Marvel, of course, with new guys, we've seen so many times, man, people will say, oh, these guys are controlling this, that, whatnot. And you have like a lot of one-off directors, right? Because it's the gun for hire type of dudes. You come in, do what we tell you.
Not
and
James Gun for hire. Gun with one N.
So we then have Taika Waititi, right, coming in. Thor Ragnarok does a great job.
Yeah.
And then similarly, which is not how you normally think of him, but if you think of like the Russos, for instance, he came in, did a great job with Civil War, and then they Winter Soldier, and then kind of got free reign-ish to do what they want going forward. Now, with the great job that Taika Waititi did, then it comes through to this one where it's like, okay, do your thing, the character now and whatever.
Yeah.
And then he just ends up veering, damn near off the cliff. So between him and, of course, even the guy supervising him, I'm like, guys, no one thought this was not such a good idea. Again, the base story is, man, on par, if not better than Ragnarok.
Yeah.
But the execution is where the fault lies with this movie.
For me, it's that first half. So I don't know about you, but I felt after... So in the movie, right? When they went after Omnipotent City, when they were on the boat going towards eternity.
Yeah.
That's where that part of the movie to the end. It's good.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yes.
Exactly what you wanted.
Yeah.
Hitting the right points. The jokes are there, but they're not force-fed down my throat.
Yeah.
And you're getting that emotive moments. Jane and Thor. Gore at eternity making the wish, you know what I mean? Seeing his daughter, but also like you get a little bit of the motivations here and there. Jane's mortality, they're actually dealing with it. Like he's, it's funny, but it's also like you're dealing with when Thor's like, here's a snack. Somebody just left the refrigerator door open. It's funny, yes, but it served a purpose.
Yeah.
But before that,
no.
that first hour and some change, at every point, and we've said this a lot about Thor movies specifically, it's like simmer in the wallow in it,
Wallow in the moment,
wallow
yeah.
in the moment, and at every point they
Yeah.
decided to make a joke.
Yeah.
Every point.
And to like
And it's not
over
even,
joke the joke,
yeah,
basically.
and it's like to cut the tension. Like why? Like just it'll come. The funniness will come. The comedy will come. But no, they decided no. Yeah. And also, Gore, why is he kidnapping children? Like yes, it said yes to draw Thor out.
Yeah, yeah,
But like, why?
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So like, look, the second half of the movie I really enjoyed, and I was like, I needed more of this. But the first half of the movie, you can watch 1 hour of this movie and you'll know. You know what I mean? So yeah, and I mean like such great moments as well, like Thor and Lady Thor meeting after years. And you can see how obsessed Thor was with Jane. Like he never got over her. But then when they meet, it's just like, oh yeah, whatever. Or my thing is, why are we giving the hammers sentience now? Like, why are we having a love triangle for the hammers? The hammers have always been, yes, guiding lights and prove you're worthy and whatnot.
Yeah.
And Stormbreaker's always been a tool. Why is it now more than a tool? It made you look like a tool.
Yeah, acting like a jealous ex or something.
Yeah, like if
no,
you wanted to bring that in, build it in somewhere else.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, establish it proper. And it's like give it real motivation. Not that we want it, but it's like if y'all insist on it. Because
Or
at
like,
the same time, it's like,
you know what I mean? Like,
Mjolnir is protecting Jane,
Yeah.
dog. It's not, yeah. And I mean, speaking of which, right? But finish up with those more thoughts.
no, it's just like at certain they try to make it too funny, and they shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think for me, you started off, not a single point do I disagree on, but expounding on the Mjolnir thing, yes, that whole jealousy thing, weird, and also why?
Yeah.
Thor said, yo, protect Jane to Mjolnir. That's exactly what Mjolnir is doing. But also, if we think back, Ragnarok, I mean, they literally recreated the scene in this, right? With the little play with Matt Damon and the brother and them, right? Thor throws Mjolnir, Hela catches it, destroys it. Cool. Fast forward to Endgame, Thor time travels, and then he grabs Mjolnir.
Yeah.
So, and then fast forward, Captain America wielding Mjolnir. Thor never gave it to him.
Yeah.
After that, he left with his shield. So now, where is that Mjolnir?
Oh, Cap took it back. So when Cap was going back in time,
he returned it to where it was.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
okay.
that's and for me, I'm shouting out Endgame here. Cap was the only one who could go back in time, or I guess Thor could have. But Cap was the only one who could because
and also bring Mjolnir with.
You know,
okay. See that part I missed because I was also like, wait, what is happening with that?
Yeah. So I didn't see it the second
cool.
time. But anyways, yeah, you know what I mean? Like we get Thor has this unnatural and unnerving weird attachment to Mjolnir, but like
it wasn't necessary.
It wasn't necessary to give them sentience. But,
yeah. And the other thing is, yes, I think the thing with the kids different because it's like why?
Yeah.
And then on top
is
of
there
that,
not another way you can do it?
having him then with the kids off into black and white space, there was like an absence of him. And I think even that gap, a lot of the times if you think about it, the weird comedy, whatever happens when he's not there. So it's almost like without him as that opposing force, they acted as though they didn't know what to do. There was a lot more. I mean...
Are you saying Thor?
Yeah, Thor, right? When Thor and Gore are not together,
Yeah.
you don't really... When they are together, you don't really get those crazy comedy scenes.
It's really good
because
scenes. It's
exactly.
good. Yeah.
That's like a rich dichotomy that you have between them. But the movie carried out as though they didn't know what to do when Thor and Gore are separate. Hence the over comedy and that sort of thing. But again, the Jane thing, such a rich area, right? You could have made sure to explore that entire relationship because it's a huge deal. I mean, as you said, second half...
knew to the day how long she left him.
And also, right, to your point, when you said the second half was so great, that's where Jane is also now less, not even less, she's not in denial anymore about her condition. She's also taking the power back into her hands, so to
Yeah.
speak, because in the beginning, right, there's that denial where she's with, is it Darcy?
Yeah.
And then she's like, yeah, just chemo, whatever. And it's like, in a rush and whatnot. Like, when are you going to tell people, it's only stage 4, what is that? So denial, right? You get to the end when she was in hospital, Thor comes through and then he's like, no, man, you must live. And it's like, what? This is no life to
Yeah.
live. Because that's also another thing we don't acknowledge as far as, and as heavy as this may seem, when people want to choose when it's time.
Yeah.
Especially depending on whatever it is that's going on in their life. So with her, she literally has a disease that's eating her up from the inside, right? The way to prolong it is to slowly but surely make it sick. So it's like you slowing down the sick, the deterioration.
What is it? You're treating the symptom, not the problem.
Exactly. It's only a matter of just prolonging and the suffering and reducing its intensity.
But then it's that thing. The thing that's actually helping you is not helping you anymore. It's causing the problem. So.
But she's now saying, if this is the end, then so
I
be
want
it.
to go
At
to
least
my
it's on
terms,
my terms, and it's like a worthy way to go out as well.
Well, she's a Viking.
So. Yeah, but I think those themes were not necessarily, explored
in the first half
as much as they should. But
have.
even though, the first half cool, but I feel like they like touched on it, and then even at the end, she's then actually dying, as opposed to whether it's, I don't know, man, just talking it out, having an argument, something to
being in properly in denial.
Yeah, and also it's like letting that moment breathe as well of what she is actually going through, which is what I mean when I'm like, besides just the Go and Thor relationship, there's other things that are happening as well. So, yeah, man, Valkyrie also this time around, the writing is what did her unjust.
Yeah, but for me, I felt of the characters there, hers was like the most consistent from the previous movie. I felt that way.
As far as maybe the personality, but her storyline.
Yeah.
Like, she's king, but I'm not seeing anything.
And for me, it's like when Thor came in and no one listened to her, but listened to him. You know what I mean?
That was the other moment.
We need more of that tension, or her, not tension, but like her imposter syndrome type situation.
But they also have to be definitive about it. Like, is she feeling uneasy about being king? Then, that type of scene makes sense. If she's like really about it as being king, then they would not only have to listen to her, but I don't know, man, there's other things as far as just being a king that I feel besides just some little Old Spice commercial and whatever.
Yeah.
And here's the other thing, right? That's why I'm like, they need to be definitive about the direction. Because what they chose is that, look, it's an okay job. As she said, it's mostly emails and meetings and meetings. It could have been emails and whatever. However, on the flip side of that, it was supposed to be her then actually fighting. Just on some, this is where I belong, this is where I feel alive. But then what do? There was that scene with Go, and then is that where she got injured? Because they kind of like nerfed her. Then after she was like, I can't go, you continue. So it's like, she's saying she's not fulfilled.
But do you know how late that was in the movie?
Yeah.
It just proves your whole point. Like, the first half meant nothing.
Way back. So I'm like,
my point.
You guys are not really sticking to one side where this thing is concerned. If she's not fulfilled in her job as a king, give her the battlefield, So I feel like on both fronts, they kind of shortchanged her. So again, the writing let her down. But I mean, Tessa Thompson's always going to do her thing. So you can trust her to give a good performance no matter what. Then, of course, there's the Taika Waititi now as Korg.
Boy, guys.
I feel like it's now the, I don't know, inflated ego or what, but it felt so self-indulgent,
Especially the narrations, like.
And also with how prominent he was now in this movie. I'm like,
possibly, yeah.
Yeah, man, was he just writing them? Because remember, this is like a former indie director, so is he now?
Make some bank, bro.
Drunk with power, I don't know what it is, but yeah, there was like this self-grandiose type thing, which I didn't particularly enjoy. And Cole was also more annoying than anything.
Yeah.
And he was also.
He wasn't like, the thing is, Korg was comic relief, but he had everyone else doing the comedy, so he's redundant now.
Exactly, yeah. So I think that's also what added a lot to his annoyance. I wanna check with you. How do you feel about the, not necessarily portrayal as far as actor performance, but in terms of the depiction of the gods that we got in this movie? Because it's damn near the complete opposite of what we normally get. Just
Yeah.
like, the serious brooding type of gods.
I think if you're going Greek gods, it kind of fits in because from the stuff I've read and
Yeah.
how they've been portrayed, they are very indulgent gods. So the indulgence in the city, agreed with. Even the depiction of Russell Crowe, shout out, what a man. I liked that he was like a little fat, overweight Zeus. I didn't like that he wasn't just fully English speaking. They had him in that like broken English accent. I don't know what they were trying, maybe a Greek accent they were trying to get at.
Okay.
Didn't like that. That was just like pointless. What's the point?
Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't mind that he was a little bit over the top.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I just needed him to be more the you know what I mean? The king of gods, if you will. You had his lightning bolt and then Thor caught it and threw it back and then it was just like, okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I didn't like it initially, but I did grow to like it in this particular, or at least understand it. Like feels a little strong. I grew to understand it because to your point, it's like, a lot of the old depictions,
They're very
how they will
indulgent,
be, written out. But over and above that, I'm like, but also, man, if you are, never mind, this deity, normal human beings, look at what fame does to people, right? Even the most sincere and whatever, if you are in a position where people are forever praising you, lauding you, like offering things and
you have
whatnot.
this inflated sense of ego.
Exactly. If it happens to mere mortals who live 70, 80 years old and get to be in that moment for about 40 years, you can then imagine an eternal being getting that, forever. So I'm like, okay, on that front, I kind of got it. But I think at the time, it just felt like putting, the cap on the hat or whatever the phrase is, like overdoing it basically, because as you said, everything else is comedy and then you have these dudes as well, so if everything else was a little more serious, as soon as it should have been given the circumstances, then this could have been some version of a relief. But again, the depiction I think would have been fine. I also had an issue because I'm like, Thor, man, he's not an almighty god.
Yeah.
He's a god of thunder.
He's basically just somebody with superpowers. That's it, you know what I mean?
In the god world, he's like lower level, but now you
they
got
even
Zeus out
alluded
there
it to us, like, if you don't know, I've picked, he modeled himself out of Zeus. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Zeus is the guy. So I think no matter what depiction, the hierarchy is the hierarchy. So I actually forgot that he even got a shot in. So when he caught the lightning, I was like, okay. And then when he threw it back, I literally was like, I forgotten it and completely threw me off. And I saw, because I'm like, what are you talking about? What do you mean? So yeah, it felt, again, their depiction is one thing, but now the story was unnatural in how they then chose to go about explaining it. The goats, of course, yes, man. Just from the moment I saw them, I was like,
okay, you have them screaming once or twice. You don't need them every scene they're screaming. You know.
My goodness, yeah, that was just.
They served a purpose, but you didn't need them screaming all the time.
And not to mention the inconsistency and the weirdness around like the Bifrost. I feel like I always get confused, man. It seems like they rewrite the rules every time. Initially, it was like with Heimdall, because remember when he was on Earth, he couldn't go back.
So what is it? I think they actually mentioned it in Endgame again.
Okay.
Stormbreaker has access to the Bifrost. Eitri mentioned this to I think Rocket.
Okay,
It's
so
like
I guess
it's an all-powerful thing with the potential to access the Bifrost.
Then my question becomes, it was one of the questions, but okay, cool. Now jumping on to the next one, it's Stormbreaker is new, dog. Like, I don't know how many years since Infinity War, whatever, but it's a relatively new thing. Now it's like, on Ghost part number one, are we saying that the spirits are, all knowing, whatever, they whisper whatever he needs to hear, and they told him, the Bifrost is accessed via Stormbreaker? Because he immediately kept saying, call the X. On the flip side, the carvings on the wall, I can't remember where they were, when they were like, oh, Stormbreaker's the key to entity. Again, I'm like, carvings are ancient.
It looked like tapestries rather, like Gore actually writing.
So he was the one then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then
So
I guess the
I think that's with the
voices.
writing.
I guess then the
Voices
voices can
put-
be the source of the information.
Yeah.
Then okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the one
So
thing.
that's how I saw it.
Yeah,
Maybe I saw it
get. As long as we
incorrectly,
have some sort of answer,
Yeah.
because again, like I said, some of the stuff it felt inconsistent, but maybe I
Yeah.
was just missing a few things. And I will admit, I definitely went in with, I don't know, man, whatever the opposite of like rose-tinted glasses. It's just as far as knowing that this movie was disappointing. I don't foresee it being any different this time around. So it was more like, ish,
Yeah.
watch it to watch it, and then you know we're gonna come and review. But yeah, there was a lot more frustration than any
Yeah.
possible enjoyments that I felt. Man. Yeah. But all of that being said, one of, if not the highlight, Christian Bale's performance, as
Yeah.
much as he was shortchanged,
Yeah.
the performance, I'm like,
I mean, he always brings it. And
yeah.
honestly, when he was just talking normally, yes. But when he was talking to the kids, you know, it's like that high pitch, trying to be like a Green Goblin type voice.
Yeah.
A little bit weird for me.
Yeah.
But when he was just being himself, hundreds.
Especially because he's like naturally menacing.
Yeah.
As Gore.
American Psycho.
Yes. Yeah.
Go watch that.
Which they're gonna remake for some stupid reason. But
Oh,
anyway.
okay.
Yeah, he was already menacing. And I mean, it's kids, dog. Without saying
Yeah.
anything, your look already for them
Yeah,
is like...
just pale. And what I really liked is his character design, because it's like initially it was like, yes, I need my God to help me.
Yeah.
Then his God literally like, you're useless to me.
Yeah.
Killed him, and then and then he was just like in rags. And then as he became Gore the God Butcher, he looked like a pilgrim, like on a mission. Yeah.
Okay.
With the
Yeah.
drape and
With the Caesar and
Yeah.
all. Yeah.
and he looked like he was wilting a little bit.
Yeah. Because it's almost like kind of the Jane thing, where it's like this thing that's now giving you these powers also draining
Yeah.
your mortality at the
Yeah,
at
and
the
he even
same
said
time.
that,
So,
yeah.
yeah.
We're the same. So I really like that. Like even the character design was really cool.
Yeah, no, the design definitely, I was like, amazing. I love, his more natural voice, you know, like, even that Call the X scene, as much as I didn't understand how the information, but like, and I said the same thing even like the last time, like, Call the X. It's like, oh man.
Yeah. The only one way it wasn't convincing for me was when he was talking to the kids.
Yes. And if anything, watching him kind of made me feel sorry for him. You know, I remember after, I almost said that first, so after it originally dropped, he expressed his disappointment because he's like, that's not what we filmed. Because you must remember, they say the last element of storytelling when it comes to film and TV is the editing room.
Yeah.
So he's like, they did something else completely with what we actually shot. And I sympathize not only with watching the final product, but also with the idea that, remember, you need something, especially if actors like him, he's not any way in the now, present, past, future, whatever, is he going to sign onto a movie without a script. So they gave him something that made him buy into this, So obviously, the character motivation, the progression, all that stuff went in, and then they decided to nerf him in the editor's room. So every time I watch or even just think about this movie, I'm like,
They went for, what is it? Short-term gain over long-term. You know what I mean? Like,
no, they were too short-sighted with it. And he's one of those guys where he gives his all to every character. I mean, if the body transformations do not say much on their own, like the performance says all the rest of it. So I'm like, he's
even
still,
just in real life, I didn't even know he was like British.
Yeah. Because I mean,
he was
we grew up
interviewing
thinking
in
he's
America,
like American
yeah.
and all of that, So he's amazing and brilliant all around as an actor. He brought it into this, and he was like the one guy who brought some. It's like his version of gravitas, Yeah, there's another word that could be better, but I'll use that in the meantime. And then for them to do what the hell they did, man. But the other thing I liked was the upgrade, if you will, of Mjolnir. Like now, they incorporated the broken pieces.
That was cool.
Into it.
I will say, that was really cool.
It was pretty insane. Because also in a way, it helps to make Jane's Thor her own Thor. I like that.
And
a
even
lot.
her, when like it's cute, but like her trying to figure out a catchphrase.
The catchphrase,
Yes, it is very comedy heavy, but that would have been it's a nice running joke.
Yeah, again with other stuff. That's the other thing I realized, that some of the funny stuff that came in here, if you try to isolate it, then it's not as horrible. Whereas I know initially I would lump everything together. So I realized I didn't hate all those attempts, including stupid
Eat My
hammer. I liked her costume. With Thor, I'm like, you start him off with an amazing costume.
Yeah, but we know
And
what
then-
this is like very like plastic.
They just went in the other direction. But I feel like there's no version of a costume with those colors that would have looked dope. Especially with, do you remember the one they started off, that one with the fur-ish type thing? Like, it was so sick, dog, Because, of course, every movie they try to create new costumes. And I'm like, you had it. And then they just went in the whole other direction. So, yeah, that I didn't particularly enjoy. And I feel, but I guess it kind of ties into what I was saying earlier. Chris Hemsworth, his performance now felt more cartoonish, man. Like, it's one thing to have a lot of jokes.
Yeah.
But
He was like purposely shying away from the heavy stuff.
yeah, man, because you need those where you like drawn into him, you feel for him, you sympathize and all that. I feel like his performance now kind of took away, and perhaps that's also what he was speaking to.
So
with
that's the
credit
question,
taking.
right? Did we even need Thor: Love and Thunder?
Nah, because a lot of the times, right? And I
Yeah,
mean, keep in
because-
mind, it's like what, the fourth solo
Fourth Thor.
Thor.
It's the first. It's the first character who has 4 movies. I think.
Yeah. So it's one of those things where
Like I don't think we needed
they were
this
trying
movie.
to maybe tick off a box,
Yeah.
as opposed to really dig into a particular story.
Yeah.
Look, I do like the return of Jane,
Yeah.
but if it was at least centered on that, it would have been a different story. But yeah, I'm like. However, going forward, I would like at least one more with the right director.
Just
so
to prove
that-
this movie wrong.
Yeah, man, he can't go out like this.
Yeah.
Like, nah, he can't. And
Or if he goes out, he must go out in an ensemble cast
At
movie,
least, yeah,
and he
Avengers
must
or
have his
whatever,
Tony
like-
Stark moment. type
yes. I mean, we do have Doomsday and Secret Wars. We'll see what the presence will be on that front, and even though that could serve as an ending, but I still want the solo type, and knowing that, not even based on any detail, but just the lore of Thor,
Yeah.
more on the general level, there's no shortage of dope stories
Yeah.
to tell on that front, And enough with the Guardians and him, I think.
I think that's done.
Yeah,
I did
please.
enjoy the cameo. It's good to see them.
Yeah.
It's good to see how they played into his con.
What you mean,
Like the speech, like it's a pre-made speech,
yeah,
and you
yeah,
saw
yeah,
Star-Lord like mouthing the last line.
Yeah. This ends here now. Whatever. Yeah.
It was good. It was good fun. Yeah.
But yeah, the peak of it for me around Endgame and Infinity
Yeah.
War. So yeah, I would like him solo, not necessarily grassroots. I mean, he can still be, mighty.
Grandiose, yeah.
Yeah, but just tell a damn good story. Particularly because he already started hinting around he might, be stepping away from acting in general, not even
Okay.
just for that type
But
of
doesn't he
stuff.
have like
So-
some like
there's
illness?
a condition that he's going to be dealing with, in the coming years, and it's like, hey, let me just be with the family, that sort of thing. But all good, but yeah, just fix, and then go be with the family. I think top of mind. Those are the things I did enjoy. I don't know if there's any others for you.
Shout out to Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah,
Cameo
as Hela. Again, another comedic element that would have worked better without the heavy loading on the other side.
And Matt Damon himself.
Matt Damon,
Actual cameo.
I always forget the homie's
other
name, man.
Hemsworth.
Odin. I always forget his name, but
Anthony
yes,
Hopkins.
Hemsworth brother. The guy in the
Oh,
play.
okay, right,
Yeah. I know the face. It's just always the name that slips my mind. Anything else?
Yeah, that's.
I will say special shout out Axel. He was actually pretty great.
Cool, yeah.
Like he stood out for me. In as much as
Like
at
that's
some
the
points,
thing,
like,
right?
annoying
Maybe
and
they
whatever,
should have
but
just kidnapped Axel alone.
yes, the connection then to Heimdall would have been
Then
also
Bifrost,
exactly,
you
and
know.
the motivation is but just random kids. That would have worked a lot better.
But anyways, yeah, that's not. I don't get paid to do that.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much that. Dare I ask what you're gonna give it out of 10?
So the thing is, like we've mentioned it before. Worst movie. Eternals, Love and Thunder. I don't know.
Yeah,
I can't choose between the two.
The two are competing, but this one has more
Yeah, I would say
better moments. Or
yeah,
something.
yeah.
Yeah,
So maybe like a 4 out of 10, maybe. Yeah.
yeah.
Give it a South African pass mark.
Because, yeah, I'm pretty sure Eternals were like 3. So, yeah, this one, I'd say 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, in spite of all the bad stuff, there were actually, some, dope
like,
scene here,
yeah.
there, and whatever, but the bad stuff was so bad that it dragged
And like,
everything else.
as I said, the second half of the story, it really picked up, but you
Yeah.
can't
You
look
can't
at the
say-
second half without the first half.
And you can't say anywhere near that with Eternals also, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, bottom 5 definitely, but nowhere near the top 5. So we're still sticking with our Infinity War, Iron Man 1, Spider-Man: Homecoming,
No Way Home.
No Way Home. Yep, and then Endgame
And
/
Civil
Civil War as our top 5. That's it then. Yeah, from our side. Maybe not have any other movies that are anywhere near as draining as this because
It's coming though. It's coming. It's coming. There's at least one more I can think of.
Man, yeah. But at least outside of that, there'll still be others that will be,
Yeah.
fun, energetic, and whatnot. Stick around to catch those. In the meantime, the drill is per usual. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Follow us on Instagram, The Phantom Geek Zone.
Yep.
Keep your eyes glued to PGZ as far as what's coming next. Peace.